In this video, you will learn a very simple yet highly profitable trading style, which I call the 5-minute opening range breakout trade book. Many of you spammed my comment in this video asking me to teach you more about VWAP indicator and how to trade based on that. So today I have a perfect live trade to show you. A $50,000 profit trade that I did on Oracle. There are two key lessons that I'd like you to learn. Number one, how to use ABCD pattern to recognize the strong uptrend. And two, how to identify an A plus opening range breakout setup and execute based on that. As a bonus, I explain in this video in more detail how I use VWAP indicators to perfect my entries and exits and trade management. Get your notebook ready, give this video a free like, and let's go over live trades together. All right, guys. So today was an amazing trading day. I had one swing trade from Oracle that, I explain later how I actually took that trade and I closed my position. And I also had a really nice, amazing trade on PLTR, which again, I'm going to explain how I actually traded that based on the ABCD pattern. And I covered some of my TQQ covered calls because the market dropped significantly because of the war. So let's go through PLTR and see what trading opportunity we got on PLTR. So PLTR is trading at all-time high. Near all-time high, broke the all-time high 2 days ago. We had an amazing trading on that live on YouTube. And yesterday had the May day, and then today, even the market gap down because of the war, it really rallied over back to all-time high. How we traded that, how we actually identify these uptrends. So the markets at the open was gapping down. PLTR showed a very nice 1-minute opening range breakout, which Brian took in the chat room, but I didn't. I wanted to wait a little bit to get a better entry. So when we identify this huge move, we're looking for a very nice pullback to get a better entry, hopefully above the VWAP. So VWAP is the most important thing that we have here, that we want this to stay above the VWAP. So it came down, I went long, I added more to my position. In this 1-minute moving average that we have, this 9 exponential moving average, and as this popped up, I sold my position. I got to stop out at the break even because I'm taking big size, so I don't want this really to go against me. And as you see, it was a little bit disappointing because it did go up. And it's okay, it went go up. I decided to go back up again. So this is one ABCD pattern that we had. We created another ABCD pattern that I went long, heavy size on that at 136.50 all the way up to 138.50. We got a really nice trade. Again, on the pullback, I was expecting that maybe we can do another ABCD pattern. I added more for potential breakout toward 139. It didn't. I got to stop out. And that's okay. You can, as long as you're above the VWAP, these pullbacks can give you an opportunity to actually trade. And that's okay. I don't blame myself at all on that. And I got to stop that, and that's the trade management. So what happened here in this during the day? So obviously, if I go to 5-minute chart of a better resolution, it came down, sold off, and then boom, it rallied back up again with a couple of really nice ABCD pattern that I teach you. Just leave a comment ABCD, and I'll send you actually a tutorial on how to trade ABCD pattern. So this is another really nice ABCD pattern that we had all the way up to $140, which is all-time high at PLTR. That's where you want to trade. Trades in your all-time high or all-time low. These are the trades that are going to be really amazing and really profitable. So that was a really great trading profit here that we had. And now we're going to talk about Oracle. So to recap quickly, using a very simple ABCD pattern setup to identify an uptrend, this is the most basic and simplest trading strategy that I've been teaching since 2016 in my books. You can comment the word ABCD below, and I'll actually send you a tutorial step by step how to actually execute that trade. Now we have a more in-depth trade review. This is a trade that I did on Oracle. And I actually later did a swing trade out of that as well at all-time high. I executed this in real time in YouTube, in front of everybody. But for the recap, I don't have my camera, so you just don't have my beautiful face, so you can focus on trading. So Oracle, this is a very standard stock and play that we had. We rarely had this kind of a stock and play, after pandemic. But this is a very A+ setup. As a fundamental news, had the earning. This is the third largest software company in the world, Oracle, gapped up significantly, and now you're looking for a really nice massive run. And what I want to talk about today is entry from the VWAP. So that's very important. The signal short squeeze for entry, that's what I want to talk about. And I want to show you that I actually having some swing as well. So I'm actually carrying about 2,000 shares of 3,000 share swing as well. Although at this time market is closed, Israel attacked Iran, so market is gapping down a little bit probably tomorrow with the fear of war. But The most important thing is right now here to see how we actually traded the Oracle and for this big profit and what we can learn from it. If you go on a daily chart, Oracle was on the, moving up after the Liberation Day, and of course it came up. And then this huge gap up was exactly what we were looking for. Fundamental news, and all-time high was at around 198.36 here around this area. So if you can see, this is the all-time high, and potentially we wanted to break the all-time high, and that's exactly what we did. So this is stock in play that gapped up significantly. In the pre-market, traded up and down a little bit, opened a little bit below this VWAP for 4 or 5 minutes, really struggled to go above the VWAP. And then with heavy volume, it came up very significantly, squeezed above the VWAP, and that becomes our stock in play, essentially the indication of a really good trade. So this is the most important candlestick that you can actually look for. And then again, did a really nice consolidation. I started building a position here. My stop loss was just below the VWAP. And after that, you see, boom, popped up all the way up to 203. And, I kind of sold some of my position all the way up at 203, 250. And on a 5-minute chart, we had a very beautiful 5-minute opening range breakout. So that's a very standard 5-minute opening range breakout. We had really punched through the VWAP that we had, and essentially a really good entry. And then boom, you have a very interesting higher high, higher low, all the way up to 203. So for the whole day, these are really big runners that you can get. So when you have the stocks that have this such a huge fundamental news and gapping up, you have to be careful that these guys might run all day. So we call them all day runners. So in this particular case, for example, it went all the way up. So very difficult to short these stocks because the pullbacks are usually being bought back up. And you see really they're being bought back up. We had this ORCL yesterday as well. So very similar situation that we had. Again, they had the public offering. There's some news of working with, Air Force. So as you see, boom, this rally on. Again, this previous day close was for yesterday, but as this huge move, very difficult to short. They usually go up when you get a good entry. Again, very similar situation here. You could get a really nice 5-minute range break up, and again add on these pullbacks if you can get. And as you see here, this just rally continues very significantly for a very big profit. And these are really nice price ranges. You can take bigger size, and generally very safe to be a little bit aggressive on them. So Oracle, again, if I want to look into that, guys, what we had here. With really nice, this candlestick, this big squeeze, VWAP squeeze candlestick is the sign that you go long and you're going heavy again. Has all the criteria. You don't want to trade it on the stocks that don't have its fundamental news gapping up or everything. No, you just want to trade it on the stocks that have big fundamental news. These are called stock and play. They're alpha. They're independent of the market. They just keep going higher and higher and higher. And so again, essentially VWAP is the most important indicator. A lot of people are asking me, Andrew, what's the most important indicator that you're using? It's the VWAP. And of course, after that, we are looking at the chart patterns, and we want to see what the chart patterns are doing after that. In terms of, let me see if there's any other item that I want to think about. Yeah. So, and also level 2 and bookmap also gives you the information that, if you want to continue adding that, and what's the situation on your stock. And you see, we had all these level 2. So again, the 198.27 was all-time high. We broke out all the way up to 202.50 that we did. I did have swing, and I think probably tomorrow might gap down a little bit, but we'll see overnight how the war situation would be. But that's very important. So Oracle, we traded that yesterday amazingly. Today also amazing run from $199 all the way up to $214. I had some swing from yesterday, and at the market started rallying. I started partialing out. I added more. That I saw that this is a really great trade. I added more, and again, it was very, very big mistake because we were still above the VWAP, and I got out too early, but it did run up all the way up to $214. But so this was a swing, so that's why you don't see any green entry here, because I had it overnight. But what happened yesterday is very important. So if I show you yesterday, this is a yesterday trade after the earning. Obviously, this was the higher pre-market in that time. So very nice, amazing 5-minute opening range breakup, really massive run all the way up for the break of all-time high. And I did take that trade through an ABCD pattern. The stock market has been very volatile this summer. There are so many opportunities for long traders and for short traders. So if you're still a relatively new trader, I hope that you can take this opportunity to learn, even if it's on the paper trading or simulated that we have at Trading Terminal. Make sure to ask your questions in the comment below for me, and thank you for watching.